Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel once more. I hope you're all keeping well in this third lockdown. For me, December was quite a challenging month. We had a corona case in the family, so that meant isolation, and then I had to isolate for another 2 weeks, unfortunately, because I came in contact with another family that had the virus. So let's hope that the coming months things get better. So as I've explained in some of the videos and in my about section, that I am a former teacher, and I have a lot of resources that I want to share. So I'm going to try and do that by way of these PowerPoint presentations. Unfortunately, a lot of the material is handwritten form or typed form, so it's going to take me a long time, so bear with me. I am going to try and do it as quickly as possible. So most of this material is for primary school age, which is, the people that I have been teaching have been preparing for grammar school exams and the SATs papers. Okay, so let's make a start. So the first thing that we're going to do is the difference between your, Y-O-U-R, and Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. Okay, so can I also explain that when we write, and what these handouts are about is standard English. Obviously colloquialism and accents make, when you are writing a story, then you can sort of mix them up, but as far as standard English is concerned, it has to be correct. Okay, so firstly, the Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. The apostrophe means that this is the short version of you are. For example, you are doing well. So we shorten that to Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. Okay, and Y-O-U-R before a noun. So I will be producing a PowerPoint on nouns, but for now we'll just explain, or you must know that a noun is an object or a thing. Okay, so something that can belong to somebody. For example, this is your book. Okay, so I hope that's explained. Now, so I've tried to summarize it in this little table. So the way to think about it, or the mental process as I call it, does you are make sense? If it does, then it's Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. Or is there a noun that is capable of being belonged, or it belongs to somebody, in which case it is your things. Okay, the way that I've organized this, firstly I will have a quiz, or I think I've called them examples in some of the slides as well. That's how I've been spending the last month or so preparing these PowerPoints. But the problem that I've had is the sort of compatibility with the laptop that I have. Sometimes I've managed to record the sound and not the visuals, and the other way around. So hopefully we have solved that problem. So I have about 14-15 questions by way of quiz, and then I've written some tests which you can use to test yourselves. Okay, so I will pause for a short while so that you can write the answers down. Okay, so it's entirely up to you. You can pause the video and write the whole thing out, or just number them. I think in the quiz there are 16 questions, so numbers 1 to 16, and let's begin the quiz. So the first one, it's time you got space act together. Is it Y-O-U-R, or is it Y-O-U apostrophe R-E? So I'm going to pause for about 10 seconds each time and then give you the correct answer. Okay, so hope you've written something down. So that was the first one. It's time you got. The answer is Y-O-U-R. Your act together. So the word act here becomes a noun and it belongs to you. Therefore, it is your act. It's time you got your act together. Y-O-U-R. Number 2. What are you doing with space pen? Okay, I hope you've written something down. So the answer is Y-O-U-R because the pen is a noun and it belongs to you. So what are you doing with your pen? Next one, it's a pity blank not coming tonight. Is it Y-O-U-R or is it Y-O-U apostrophe R-E? Okay, I think that's number 3. So the answer is Y-O-U apostrophe R-E because it makes sense and there isn't a noun after the space. Next, the fourth one. If it's in space bag, then get it out. Okay, so I hope you wrote something down. So the answer, of course, is Y-O-U-R. So the word bag is there after the space, and that is a noun. Therefore, the answer is Y-O-U-R. If it's in your bag, Y-O-U-R, your bag, then get it out. What are you doing with space life? Okay, after the space we have the word life, which becomes a noun. Well, it's known as an abstract noun. So what are you going to do with your Y-O-U-R life? What number? Okay, number 6. Space a great friend. Is it Y-O-U-R, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E? Okay, so after the space we don't see a noun, so it is the apostrophe Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. You're a great friend. Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, a great friend. The 7th one, pick up space things and get going. So is it Y-O-U-R or Y-O-U apostrophe R-E? Okay, hope you've written something down. So the word after the space is things, which could be anything, therefore could be nouns. So it's Y-O-U-R. Pick up your things and get going. Okay, the next one. Space, just the best. Did you know that? Okay, so We don't see a noun after the space, therefore it is the apostrophe you apostrophe re, just the best. Did you know that? Okay. Next one. What do you think? Is it you are, or is it you apostrophe re? Okay, so I hope you written something down. I think this is number 11. What do you think? So after the space we don't see a noun, so it is apostrophe. What do you think you are doing? So you apostrophe re, doing. Okay, next one. Space, stuff is in the cupboard. Okay, so this is number 12. Is it you are, or is it you apostrophe re? The word after the space, in this instance stuff, becomes a noun. Okay, so it's you are. Your stuff is in the cupboard. Next one. What number are we on? Around 13. Space not going in there. Okay, hope you've written something down. So there isn't a noun after the space not going in there. So it's you are. you apostrophe re, you are fits in. So you apostrophe re, you're not going in there. Next one. Whatever space thinking, don't do it. This is number 14. Okay, so there isn't a noun there, so it isn't you are, it is you apostrophe re. Whatever you are thinking, don't do it, and we shorten that to you apostrophe re. Okay, nearly finished. Number 15. May I have a bite of? Is it you are, or is it you apostrophe re? Okay, I think that's number 15. So sandwich, of course, is a noun, therefore it is you are. May I have a bite of your sandwich? Okay, and final one. I think that space trying very hard. Is it you are, or is it you apostrophe re? Okay, so I hope you wrote something down. That was the final one, number 16. And the answer, of course, is you apostrophe re, because there isn't a noun after the space and you are fits. So I think that your you apostrophe re, trying very hard, is the correct answer. So I hope you found that useful. So as I say, a very, very important skill. It is examined both at primary school SATs stage, and on the others, the 11 plus and the GCSE, it is what we would say noted, and there are set marks for punctuation and grammar. I am a marker for GCSE English, and I will tell you that there are 15 marks for grammar and punctuation, so very important to get things correct. Sorry, I seem to have missed one. So this should be a solution to space problem. So this of course becomes number 17. Okay, so is it Y-O-U R? Is it Y-O-U apostrophe R-E? The answer is of course Y-O-U-R, because problem is a noun, and that is the answer. So I hope I haven't missed one. Yes, of course. Okay, so what I have is a number of tests. Again, it's entirely up to you how you use them. You can just write the numbers down and put in the right answer. So in space of the numbers, it should be Y-O-U-R or Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, or as I do with my students, because their handwriting is poor, or I want them to improve, I make them write the whole thing out. So for example, I just go through the first one. So number one, if you imagine that a space going to have terrible problems getting to school this morning, is it Y-O-U-R or is it Y-O-U apostrophe R-E? In this instance, it is of course the apostrophe. You are going to have terrible problems getting to school this morning. So there are 5 tests in this particular section, or skill as I call it, and I will pause for a short while, and then again there are answers at the end. So entirely how to up to you how you use it. You can use all 5 tests in one go and then look at the answers, or do them one at a time and check the answers. I think the benchmark has to be fairly high, 8 or 9. If you must get 8 or 9 really, because it's a very important skill, and it's not very difficult either in my opinion, but people do make mistakes. Okay, so I am going to go through the test because I don't want to make the videos too long, so I'll wait about 20 seconds on each of the tests. So this is test number 1, and I'll give it about 10 seconds. Okay, I'll move on to test number 2. Okay, moving on to test number 3. Okay, this is test number 4. And finally test number 5. Okay, so what I've got after this then are the correct answers for each of them. Again, I will pause so that you have chance to pause the video and check your answers. Answers to test number 1. Answers to test number 2. Answers to test number 3. Test number 4. And finally, test number 5. So like I say, a score of 8, 9, preferably 10 would be ideal. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope it's been useful, and as we always emphasize, please subscribe, like and share. Okay, so I have no shortage of viewers. The views is doing really well, but unfortunately don't have a lot of subscribers. So please subscribe to my channel, and it just remains for me to say to once again thank you. Take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, look after each other, and until the next video, Allah Hafiz, goodbye.